Good evening, Mask enjoyers. I have dinner right. It's time for the Abnormal Barders. Yes, tonight we have the likes of the Boss Burlap clothing, the Neon Roadsign locker, and the Eyeside door, among other skins. But you might be sitting there wondering, what do you mean, abnormals? What's all this about? Well, sit back and relax, I'll explain. If you were to look in the description right now, you'll notice two videos are provided. The first video is a short video, about 60 seconds long, but it will very briefly explain what abnormals are, to give you a very quick run through. Abnormals are skins that become marketable before the rust or even rotates. We know when they're going to appear, so if we could just figure out prices right now, we could then put down our barders as fast as possible and hope to be able to pick them up for a much cheaper price in the future, sell them for their actual prices, and walk away with some sweet delicious profit. It's as simple as that. If you still don't fully understand everything, what's an abnormal skin, what's a regular skin, well, look at the second video. It's about 20 minutes long, but it does go a lot more into detail into figuring out how to identify what abnormal skins are, what specific times they appear during the, half a year they appear at one time, half a year they appear at another time. It's 20 minutes long, but it goes a lot more in depth, and it'll explain everything, and it'll talk about the successes and why it's interesting. So feel free to go ahead and give that a good look. I'm now going to go sit here, go through all the skins, look at their progress based on sales, and figure out what prices might be a good decision to try and potentially walk away with some decent profit in the future. So let's start talking about the likes of the Boss Burlap clothing. This has done 25,000 plus subscriptions, and that is totally fine. We expected that it was going to sell a lot. We thought roughly around 27,500. By tomorrow it'll probably be around 26,500. We weren't that off. But we do have to question now. Both of these are selling at $1.99. Compare this to the likes of all the other burlap shirt and the other burlap trousers we've seen in the past. Is it going to hold up all right, or are there going to be any potential complications? So far this year, we've received 3 sets. We've had the likes of the Sweet Treat, which of course was a special Easter-themed skin. Bit goofy, but it's holiday themed, so don't be surprised if that suffers. We had the free Twitch drop, the Druid Burlap set. That was given away during the likes of Rust Kingdoms. And now, of course, we got this. Compare this to the previous years. They used to be a lot more abundant, but in recent years, we rarely see that much burlap clothing being accepted, or being given to us, I could say. So I will sit here and say this. I would not be surprised if this is probably the last burlap clothing to be accepted all this year. And let me point this out. Skin creators do try. I have seen many interesting options being offered on the workshop. Facepunch just don't accept them, alright? So please be aware of that. But what you also need to be aware of is most of these burlap clothing pieces sell at 99 cents each. Whilst you can see the vast majority are in the positive, some of them are only slightly above $1, alright? This right here, instantly, is selling at $2. If we were to just quickly look at it based, all the prices, it's already in the, well, it's just smack dab in the middle. Okay, that's a bit promising. Quite a lot of these shirts are actually selling above $2. Okay, that's pretty cool. Maybe I don't have to worry too much. But it has done 25,000 plus subscriptions. There's a lot of them. With so many of them in circulation, you could expect a lot of them to appear on the Steam market in just a few months' time. Yes, we keep talking about it, but with less people playing at the moment, it's still very good. 92,000 still very good, but it's obviously less than the peak. And it's the beginning of the slow trend to the point where we see a lot of less people playing. Kids will go back to school, less people playing, less demand for skins, lower skin prices. A lot more listings on the Steam market, more people trying to sell rather than buy. Yeah, so obviously things will improve in the future. This is a routine thing that happens every single year. But I will sit here and say I will not be surprised in the slightest if I could pick up both of these skins for a cheaper price in just a few months' time. But we will just bring this up. What if there's a continuation? Well, it's already there. It's already there. We already have a continuation. It's right there. Look. You got to remember, the burlap clothing was submitted like a month, 5 weeks ago. It was a very random extra late pick. Who knows if we could still potentially see the likes of the Mob Boss Boonie hat and Poncho if we were to see these being accepted. Alright, fair enough. Okay, yeah. You would expect a Spike and Spike and Price. Yes, even with primitive skins, you will see the likes of these Spike and Spike and Price. They might go even higher. $3, $4, who knows? But there very likely will be a lot of listings because this was bought quite a lot. So, looking at this, trying to be a bit realistic, I will sit here and say this. If we do not see these continuations, I'm pretty sure then the skin creator will probably do a redone version, a version 2, a better improved version potentially. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to want to do a boonie hat, especially with what happened to the gentleman's boonie. Simply because this looked great with the Mob Boss stuff. This went from $3 all the way up to $11. Now it's sitting here at $8. This got cleaned out. So yeah, look at that. Whoa, simply because it looks very good with this. So I'm pretty sure and pretty confident the skin creators definitely want to try and get his own boonie hat out. Okay, cool. On the horizon, I do feel optimistic we'll see a continuation, but as time goes on, regardless, I think this is going below its restore price. Okay? Clearly it had a lot of demand, but there will be less people playing the game soon, and of course you will be seeing those people just unloading their stock on the Steam market and not worrying about that until around January time. So I'm going to sit here and say this. I'm probably going to do between 90 cents to $1.30. Alright? Actually, you know what? I might take it back a bit. I'm going to do 80 cents to $1.20. I know this is going to go down. I don't know how far, but I do believe there's going to be strong enough demand that it'll probably still stick around maybe $1.50. If we do see those continuations, alright, fair enough. Exactly what I said, spikes in demand, spikes in price will happen. A full set, full mob boss set, that'll be cool. How far can he take it? We shall see. But I feel confident that this is still going to fare better compared to like other standard ones. Plus, I didn't really make that much of a fuss about this, but how many other black burlap clothing skins do we even have? As I scroll down, you might say that, but it's all shiny. Okay, we got like gentleman's shirt there, $3. Okay, that's a bit more expensive. Scroll. Sleazy Rider, $9. Okay. Well, these have got like white like sleeves and whatnot. Blacksmith shirt potentially. Well, that's $4. Do you see this? Do you understand? Perhaps people are going to greatly appreciate it because it's basically a full black set. We shall see, alright? We shall see. But I can imagine, in the further future, as time goes on, people very likely will greatly appreciate these. Look, you've got gentleman's pants right there, $6. These are quite cheap compared to all those other options. So, alright, whilst it might dip down with the very next bad dip that we go through, from then on it probably won't be reaching these low prices ever again. And I'm pretty confident there will be more. Things are looking good. So, 80 cents to $1.20. If you want to go stronger, if you want to offer more money, that's up to you. But I'm looking at that with just a bit of realistic expectation. And I do believe it will still go below $2. But I still feel quite confident that by next summer, it'll probably do a lot better. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We shall see. And I really don't think we'll be seeing some more burlap clothing being accepted anytime soon. That doesn't include bandanas and ponchos and whatnot. Whoops, I accidentally smacked my keyboard. Good job, Hedge. So, yeah, okay. I think we got a good idea of that. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Neon Roadsign locker. And surprise, surprise, that has not sold that much. Nope. So, just to confirm, that was in fact the last locker. If you go look at Duck's most recent submission, that is not even neon. It's elastic. It's elastic band. It's a python. I don't know what's going on, but I am under the impression, potentially, that he's finished. Well, not in a bad way, but like, you know, he's not going to be making any more of these, I think. I don't fully know what's going on. I mean, you could quickly read the comments. Okay, well, maybe we'll just go over to here and not read that. I actually didn't know what was there. I'm very sorry to look at that. Anyway, I think we'll probably see berries potentially accepted tomorrow or next week, cards potentially accepted tomorrow or next week. I think that's it. I think that's just getting cleaned out, finished, and then that was it for the Neon Storage Extra. There you go, cool. We very randomly got the fuel storage. We got many other accepted small boxes and lockers. I can't complain. Cool, alright then. So, as I hop back over to here, alright, so what happens to you then? Well, I don't fully know. So let's just quickly look at these, and we'll question it. So both the Hazmat locker and the Neon 4 Kit locker, I did bring this up with a special extra video, which I uploaded 2 days ago, and I basically sat here and said, alright, they're probably still going below their restore price. Yeah. I'm still under the impression their lowest point would probably be around $1.50. I did make the comparison to the likes of the Locker from Hell that came out last year. That did like 30,000 subscribers. That did suffer during the autumn fall seasonal dip. It went to it was like as low as like $1.80, $1.90. Then it perked back up again for post-Christmas, and it reached a new all-time high price during this current summer. It went all the way up to $4, all right? So it went from $3 to $4. It might not be a huge jump in value, but it still went up ever so nicely. It just took time. So if you're patient, in the long term, yeah, all of these very likely will just go up in price regardless. How many locker skins have we even had accepted so far this year? 3. Those. That's it. For some strange reason, after last year, we've got like 10 lockers being accepted, including Twitch drops and whatnot. Facepunch just hasn't been super eager to accept them. There have been interesting options provided, but this is the ones that we got. That's it. Will we still see another one potentially being accepted later this year? Well, I think we might see an interesting submission soon, so keep your eyes open. You might have noticed maybe this was missing just one potential extra cool idea for a locker, but someone else might be making it. So, what do you mean? Well, it won't be part of this collection, but I know you appreciate it, so, just wait a bit. Anyway, hopping back out of here, all of these, you might now notice that they have a lot more listings. This has 244. If I go over to here, the full kit locker now has just under 200. I literally looked at this 2 days ago. This had like 115. This had like 180. Where did all this extra stock come from? Well, I'm sorry, I think those people probably saw my video and started to panic. Yeah, so give it time. Whilst this is sitting here at $4, it'll probably eventually slowly go down to the likes of $2, maybe $1.50. This one, probably a lot more likely. Oh, dear. But just remember, this hazmat locker sold about half as much compared to the full kit locker, and yet it's at a lower price with a lot more listings. So it's very reminiscent to how the likes of the Neon small boxes behaved. This came out first, got a lot of attention, went from $1.49 to $4. This right here, well, didn't sell as much compared to this, but people looked at it in a different way, and they just wanted to instantly sell it for a profit, didn't they? And we ended up with far too many listings, and, well, eventually this was one of the first small boxes to go below its retail price. Exact same behaviour. So this right here might be like Meds Box or Comp Storage, where that will basically emulate the behaviour this had. Awkward, I know, it's unfortunate, but yeah, this was inevitable. We've already yapped about this more than enough. So, with the likes of what we see here, I am still sticking with the idea of I'm going to do a $1 buy order and a $1.50 buy order. Yeah, maybe I'll pick up a whole bunch of these at $1.50 at some point in 2 months' time. That's fine. In the long term, I do believe all the Neon lockers will work out ever so nicely. So, that's something I'll sit there and say reasonably confidently, yeah, thumbs up. I know some people complained about the text. That's not the skin creator's fault. It is what he works with. All right. If Face Punch provided better UV maps, there could have been a lot better detail, I guess you could say. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So that I am looking at that with some reasonable optimism, but it will go below its retail price. So tomorrow, maybe for a good few days, it'll probably be in the positive. I don't think it'll last. So that's a wrap potentially for the Neon Storage collection as a whole. Let's see how it turns out from here now. But we've talked about this non-stop for 2 months now, so let's get out. Let's go away. We'll move on to the next skins now. Ice Eye Sheep Door. And you know what? At the same time, I will talk about the Frog Door as well. So, of course, with the likes of this Rust Door, we got 2 Sheep Doors being accepted at the same time. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, this did 12,200 subscribers. This did 7,600. Maybe that's due to the prices, but it was only a difference of 50 cents. Whatever. Anyway, every single Sheep Door that came out so far this year, take one quick look at that, and what do you reckon will be the expectation? We had Neon Wire Sheep Door literally a week ago. It's now selling at $1.50. We had the Fiend Sheep Door, 3 weeks ago? It's now selling at $1. Awkward, yes, very much so. This is brewing to becoming a bigger collection, but Zinc, the skin creator, he's also dabbling into the likes of the Neanderthal set. So I'm not sure when we're going to see another Ice Eye Deplorable being produced. I do know it's going to happen eventually. I'm confident it will inevitably happen. So, thumbs up, good, nice to see. But will it help this out? Probably not. As I quickly hop over to here, and you'll see for yourself, we've had quite a lot of Sheep Doors this year that then did get an extra skin accepted, and it kind of brewed into becoming a proper collection. So, Shadowborn Collection is the perfect example of that. We got 5 extra deplorables accepted after this, and yet it's still down by 42%. Blocky Lighthouse Door sold okay, not insanely, did 10,600 subscribers. 2 other deplorables were accepted as well. It's now down by 52%. So I believe this is more of a matter of we have far too many Sheep Doors to compare to, 232 to be precise. Whilst this looks nice and it seems like it's sold fairly reasonably, do not be surprised if this goes below its retail price. Do not be surprised if it ends up at around $1. This applies to both of them. Alright? Maybe this one works out better because it sold 5,000 less. We shall see. Maybe one of them works out better because it actually gets continuations accepted. We shall see. But I will sit here and say, by default, I am not super optimistic for both of them. I do believe both of them will be going below the retail price. And I'm going to sit here and say, I'm going to offer between 70 cents to $1 for both of them. Yep, I know. Sorry to say. I know they sold at $2.49 and $3, for each of them. But, yeah, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. Guess what? We'll probably see another Sheep Door being accepted tomorrow's retail. and maybe next week, and next week, and next. It's ridiculous. I mean, just to get the point across, so far this year, how many sheet metal doors have we had accepted? I know we looked at this earlier, but how many in total have we had so far? We are slightly past the halfway point. 23 accepted so far, and last year in total we had 30. Guys, we got like another 5 months. We're easily surpassing that. We have far too many sheet metal doors. There's far too many to compare to. I say this all the time, but it keeps happening. We keep getting more. Why did we have 2 sheet metal doors in the same week? We had far too many options. So yeah. 70 cents to $1. That is my approach. If you want to go a little bit stronger, by all means, offer more if you want to. But do not be surprised if you get dumped on in the future. Do not be surprised. I've dealt with this in the past, many, many times in the past. I am experienced, okay? So if you want to go find out your own way, you're more than welcome to. Just make sure you have a lot of Steam Wallet. Right then, let's move on to the likes of the Nuke garage door. Right, so that's nice. That's cool. 12,000 subscribers almost. Cool. Robstar did not make a Nuke Room deplorable this week. He made a cool looking Headhunter salvage sword. Will we see a Nuke Room deplorable potentially next week? I'm pretty sure we will. But what's next for this set? Because we are now free acceptances. Are we going to see the deplorable curse, or are we actually going to get more than free? So how many deplorable collections have we had getting started so far this year? Quite a lot. But only Shadowborn got more than 3 acceptances. With what we see here, it's okay. When this was accepted, this obviously improved. This improved a fair bit as well. That's nice. But are we going to keep seeing more? That's the big question. And then we also had the question, garage doors. How many more garage doors are we likely going to see? Well, just to kind of get things into context, right? Here's my Rust Workshop skin checks for July 23. I'm sure you might have seen it already. But as I scroll down over to here, look and see how many garage doors we had submitted just this past weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So, 9 garage doors just this past weekend. Guess what's going to happen next weekend? Even more. So, I'm pretty sure there will be more options appearing at some point in the Rust store in the future. And please don't forget, we of course also have the Twitch drop that's coming out this weekend. We have the Fancy Orb Twitch drops, yes. And of course, we're getting a Fancy Orb garage door, which glows ever so nicely and brightly at night. Okay? So, with that, do not be surprised if this goes below its Rust store price. Do not be surprised if this probably sells at $2 at some point in the near future. I'm looking at this garage door and I'm thinking, okay, you might have sold fairly reasonably. Yes, we might potentially see another deplorable in the future, but I'm being realistic and I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm probably going to do maybe at best $1.20 and $1.70. And even then, I kind of want to go a bit lower. You know what? $1.50 and $1. Yeah, $1 and $1.50. $1, $1.50. Perfectly fine looking garage door. Nothing wrong with it. It will go below its Rust store price. It's inevitable. I'm very sorry to say that. But there will be more garage doors being accepted in the future. There will be more Twitch drops. Yep. So, sorry. What else can I say? So, I guess we'll move on from there. We can now talk about Neanderthal clothing. So, we have 4 primitive pieces right here in front of us. Not mechanically, not thematically, whatever, move on. Anyway, so, we have the high clothing accepted, cool. We got these accepted, the bandana and the poncho, cool. This didn't really spark a demand that much, not cool. Did we see continuations over the past weekend? Yes, we did, that's cool. Scroll down to the bottom, where do we see it? Right here, we have a boonie hat and some hide shoes. That could very likely be a full set in a future Rust store. Well, I mean, after a future Rust store. So, yeah, if you feel confident that we'll get that boonie hat and those boots accepted in the near future potentially, well, what do you reckon? By default, I'd have said, yeah, surely we'll see a spike in demand, spike in price. But with what we saw at the Rust store this week, I didn't see that much of a change. I saw a change, but not that much of a difference. It didn't budge that much. So let's just quickly look at both of these just to confirm that. As you can see, this is sitting here at $1.26. And this is sitting here at just a little bit less. So, you still got quite a lot of quantity. That's a problem. Maybe with a third group of primitive skins being accepted, it could work out better. But I'll have to look at this with a little bit of realism. I'm going to have to think, you know what? If this is also selling at $1.49, and if we just quickly take a look at all the ponchos that came out in the past, along with all the bandanas, what do you reckon is going to happen? Well, yes, it's not too hard to notice. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if that goes below its rostral price by quite a significant amount. And the bandana, oh dear, oh dear. Looking at that. Yeah. So, we could be optimistic, but I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sure this will go below its rostral price. Like, I don't expect the Neanderthal clothing to be accepted literally the very next week. So I'm sitting here assuming, okay, after a week, this is probably going down a fair bit. There might not be that many listings. And also, just to point this out, 5,500 subscribers, 5,200 subscribers. That's not that much, is it? If we do see continuations, all the better for those to rise up in price because there's not much of it. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, all right, I'll do an 80 cent to $1 buy order. Actually, you know what? 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. I think this might dip down a week or two, but I kind of feel reasonably confident we'll see more Neanderthal clothing. Fingers crossed. Do be aware, potentially in the near future, we'll probably have another Complete the Sets, and of course, a Most Wanted. So, either one of those we shall see, but Neanderthal is done quite alright so far this year. We haven't seen many primitive collections actually get a sequel being accepted, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see more. And, coincidentally, Zinc was one of those people that got the sequel. Cursed Collection. He had 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups. Cool, actually no, that was separate. These were sold separately. Well, that happened in 4 different instances then. So far, 1, 2. Will we see more? We shall see. So, alright, 70 cents, 90 cents, but if it drops down in price far too quickly, maybe you might want to consider removing your borders, blah, 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 you get the idea. Right, let's talk about the regular skins. So I'm talking about the Chalk Menace Wooden Door. Chalk Menace Wooden Door, you are very likely not going to hold up very well. Very surprised to see my first base wooden door still holding up okay. It's only got 19 listings on the Steam market. When you look at all of these other these wooden doors, if you look at all these other wooden doors, as you can see, it's down in price by quite a significant amount. I'm being very brutally honest. I do not expect that to retain its value. I do not think it will retain much. If you're going to do a buy order, 40 cents to 50 cents. Yes, we have seen some more Chalk Menace skins being produced over the past weekend. If I were to just quickly showcase this to you, we have a garage door now. Very nice. Very cool. And yes, this does glow in the dark. Guess what? The wooden door doesn't glow in the dark. So, yeah, it's not going to hold up very well. If you really care, 40 cents to 50 cents. But I will sit here and tell you this, chat, YouTube. Is it going to even be worth it? Okay, cool. I'll buy it for 40 cents. All right, try and sell it then. Well, that'd be a struggle. And then, how much profit will you ever make? What, 5 cents? Yeah, okay. Is it even worth it? Probably not, no. So, yeah, I would recommend you just probably avoid it. So, we'll leave it at that. Apophis LR300. Take a quick look at all the LR300s we've seen over the past, well, year or two, and how many of them are currently holding up. Ones that are part of notable collections, it seems. So, 2 very interesting Twitch drops earlier this year. Probably the reason why I don't feel the need to buy another one of those, potentially. But yeah, we've got Modern Military doing quite alright, but all the other ones around here, down by 51, down by 53, down by 50, down by 52, down by 39, down 30, down 44, down 50, down 48, down 14, down 37. Not looking very pretty, is it? No. No, it is not, unfortunately. So I will sit here and say, you know what? 60 cents to 80 cents. Now, did we see a continuation produced by Minoic Man? I will sit here and say no. Instead, he made a very cool looking L96. Consider giving that a good look, because it does look very cool. Right, okay then, so putting that aside, MK Ultra Custom SMG, MK Ultra Collection, very nice and colourful, bright, very appealing to the eyes potentially, much like LSD. Cool! Right, so, that Custom SMG, how likely are you going to retain your value? Very unlikely. Take a look at all the other ones that are accepted earlier this year. Look how they are. Oh dear, oh dear. Yep, down 48, down 60, down 26, down 27, down 30, yeah, okay. So, that will be 60 cents to 80 cents. Cool, cool, cool. Moving on. Madness AK-47, only 7,500 subscribers. Take a quick look at all the other AKs that were accepted so far this year. Yes, there was a continuation for this Madness AK that appeared over the past weekend. What did we see? A SAR? Is that going to help it out? No. Take a look at all these. Down 52, down 62, down 71, down 43, down 16, down 34, down 48, down... point made. That's very likely to go below its thrust or price. Very likely will go down to $1. So AKA... 60 cents to 80 cents. So that was a very quick run through of all the regular skins. These skins, 1, 2, 3, 4, they will become marketable when the rust store rotates tomorrow. And yeah, have fun chasing after them. Cool. Right, is there anything else that Hedge should yap about before we disappear? I could probably bring up that we're starting to see a lot more charitable rust skins. That's looking very nice. I believe we have 16 in total. Not all of them can be seen right here, right now. But compared to last year, it's like 4 times less the amount. and this is wrapping up in like a week, so keep an eye on that. You might probably be able to quickly figure out what might be a winner. Maybe. I could quickly show you the scores for all the skins that are submitted over the past weekend. Flashbacks Tier 2 has a lot of support. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? The Medical Flash box is in 4th and the GJ box is in 5th. So that's pretty interesting. Look at the upvotes and downvotes. Looking pretty sweet. I could probably quickly point out if there's anything interesting that's been mentioned on the commits. The SB tool cupboard. Yep, we can talk about that because we know what it is now. So as I quickly hop over to here, with great thanks to Mr. Protox, he has a video showcasing this on Twitter and his YouTube. It is a Shockbyte tool cupboard. Now, there's a fairly decent chance this might be a Twitch drop or something you just get potentially using their services. We shall see. But it very, very likely looks like we're going to have another Twitch event taking place potentially next month, the middle of August. What makes you assume that? Well, very recently, we've been seeing a lot of content creators getting skins produced. And one of them just so happened to quite literally tweet out specific dates. So I'm going to show that off to you in a second. But yep, feel free to go ahead and look at Mr. Protox on Twitter and on YouTube. This is what I wanted to pass on. Z-Chum goes ahead and points this out. Z-Chum Hoodie Rust Skin Drop August 8th to the 18th exclusively on my Twitch. I'll be streaming the entire time. Nothing was announced. What's going on? I think a mini Twitch Rivals has taken place. I don't have any official word yet, but a lot of content creators have been getting Twitch drops produced, so we'll see, but yeah, that potentially might be one of them, so you've got the first scoop on that apparently. Thumbs up. I will also just like to point out I've uploaded my most recent Rust Workshop skin checks. Remember, all the collection continuations have chapters, so if you want to just skip right ahead, there you go. And I will also point this out to you. We have a 100% guaranteed skin that is definitely going to be accepted potentially tomorrow or the next week. We have a Bombshell skin. And if you are fully well aware, every 3 to 4 months, TGG will submit a skin and it will be 100% guaranteed to be accepted. What you're looking at is the Bombshell SAP. Get a good look at this. This is 100% guaranteed to be accepted. When will it appear? Next week, or next Rust Store, or the next week's Rust Store. So we shall see. It probably will be the Rust Store tomorrow, the end of the month. So cool. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Awesome. So I think that's everything. I believe that's everything. Don't forget, over the course of this weekend, we have the Fancy Orb event kicking off on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. All 6 of these Twitch drops being dropped by everybody who's streaming Rust. You could watch me if you really want to. But yeah, these are generic drops. Just watch 12 hours of Rust on Twitch. Make sure your Twitch account is linked to your Steam account. You'll get all of those skins for free. A rock, a hammer, an armored double door, a large box, a garage door, and a very interesting pay-to-win but glow-in-the-dark M249. So if you want to get a much better look at the likes of those skins, well, hop over to the likes of Hedge's YouTube. Look about 2 weeks ago, and you'll see that I made a lovely little showcase for all of those skins. And if you want to get a better look at all of them, look no further. Listen to Hedge yap about it. Right, so there we go. That was everything in regards to what needs to be said today. Let's now skip ahead and do those buy orders. So that... Right, it's 1 o'clock, let's go. Come on. Oh, I've accidentally clicked something to the side. Oh, Hedge, bad move, bad move, bad move. Right, come on, come on, come on, there we go. Here we are, 130 with the buy orders ready, 55. Got some burlap pants. Stylish burlap pants, I have, you know. And then we got the Roadsign locker, long term. We're doing something like that. Okay, Nuke room garage door, no. Neanderthal Poncho. Oh wow, people aren't really going that much for you. I'm going to go... And Bandana, no. Frog door, no. Right, let's go do double buy orders then. Over to here. Let's double up. Right, we got plenty of buy orders now. Okay, ooh, that's like $1.30. Right, oh, people really want to go a bit higher on you, don't they? Right, well, fair enough. Okay, what am I doing then? Well, now I'm kind of feeling the need to want to go for a higher buy order, but I'll still play it reasonably safer. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to go do this. 8. Yeah, long term, or rather, in a few months' time, I acknowledge potential problems. I'm always acknowledging potential problems. Shut up, Hedge. Alright, shut up. Shut up. Nuke Room Garage Door, have you appeared now? No? Alright, I think we can skip ahead now, and then we'll talk about the abnormal barter support. So, right, people, we're back. So it's been quite a considerable amount of time. As you can see, some of these skins already have prices. And if we hop over to here, it's time to start yapping about the barter support. So, Burlap Clothing, how are you doing? Well, it's doing alright, I can't complain. With the barter support, we can see plenty of barters, 50 cents all the way up to $1, over $1, pushing all the way up to about $1.50. Now, I actually know that one of the people that did these barters is quite literally in my chat. That's cool. He's not super sure if that's going to be alright. He just gave it a shot. I am not 100% sure if he's going to be happy in a few weeks' time. We are in this position of trying to question, will we actually see more of Mob Boss? But I will sit here and say, I said it earlier and I say it again, in the long term, I think it'll be alright. But in that short term, over the course of these next few months, if we don't see any continuations, it's going to go below its rostral price. Come on now. Yeah. So, yeah, we've already got some listings, and, well, it's already getting close to $1.99. Oh, dear. If you bought this in the rush store at $1.99, if you were to sell it again for $1.99, list it for $1.99, it's gonna sell at $2.27. So, people are already doing that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. So, and that's like right now. It's not even been an hour yet. I wonder what it's going to look like by tomorrow. So we'll see. Oh dear. So yeah, basically this shirt perfectly matches up to the likes of the pants over there. We'll see how things turn out. But if you're going to sit here and say, Hedge, should I buy some? Is everything going to be all right? Well, as I said, if you're willing to wait at least a year, all right, you might walk away with some profit. But if you're thinking, I want to be smarter with my money, if I could pick this up for a cheaper price, is that going to be achievable? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If you truly want this, if you want to save like 50 cents, you could offer $1.50 each. You could probably offer around $1.40 and still manage to pick up a bunch of these in the near future. So yeah, you could probably better off to stick with doing a barter. It's up to you, but yeah. Right, locker. You have the most barters. You have a lot of support. You have barters from about just under $1, pushing up to over $1 to $1.50, all the way up to about $2. And yet still not close to the $2.49 price. Yes, there's $2.20 there, but it's only got one quantity. And just to get this point across, it already has 61 listings. Oh dear, it's already got a listing down to $2.85. Oh dear, this is looking to be a bit of a problem. With what I see here, all right. Oh wow, we just got more. Oh dear. Yeah, I think this is going to be the first one to go below its rostral price, even though it's the most recent one to be accepted. Cool. Anyway, with this, yeah, you're probably better off with probably sticking with doing a barter of about $1.50, like I suggested, because I kind of worry for this. Remember, Hazmat Locker sold about half as much as the full kit locker, and yet it has a lot more listings. So you might sit there and say, oh, but it sold so much less. Don't matter, mate. If people are wanting to sell quickly, you're going to see a lot of listings, and I'm already seeing a lot already. So, oh, dear. Oh, 92. Cool. So we just basically gained like 30 listings since I was talking to you right here about this. What's it going to look like by tomorrow? Well, that'll be something to talk about tomorrow. But for now, yeah, you could just probably put down like a $1.50 barter, and I will not be surprised in the slightest if you pick this up for a cheap price in the future. Moving on. Neanderthal clothing. So we've got the Neanderthal Bandana and Poncho. Both of them have a fairly decent amount of requests, around 700 requests to buy. The listings, not super cheap. Remember, it only did like 5,500 subscribers. By tomorrow, it'll be over 6,000, I'm sure. The barter support only going up to about 80-ish cents. It stops there. So, yeah, nowhere close to $1.49. So I'll sit here and say this. If you're really wanting to just grab some of these, you could just offer $1, maybe $1.10. Do not be surprised in the slightest if you buy tons of them. Because, yeah, if we don't see any Neanderthal clothing continuations appearing anytime soon, what do you reckon is going to happen? Of course, yeah, you're going to get dumped on. So, yeah, but I feel optimistic for it. I think we will be seeing some more. But just remember, Zinc, the skin creator, he's juggling Isai, and he's also juggling Neanderthal. And what else is there? There was another one I can't remember. He's doing a lot of collections. I think I got the point across. So we'll see how that turns out, but you could just probably offer like $1 or $1.10, and you'll be picking those up for a cheaper price. Save some money. Right, Nuke Room Garage Door. So this is selling for $2.99, and are the barters going anywhere near that? Nope. Nope. Plenty of barters pushing all the way up to and slightly above $1. A fair few around $1.50-ish, but that's it. There's not that much. So, yeah. If you truly wanted to buy this for a cheaper price, you could offer a $1.50 buy order, and I think you wouldn't have that much competition. If you want to be even more secure with the idea of that, $1.80, $2, honestly, this is going below a trusted price for sure. So, yeah, there might not be that many listings right now, but give it time. There will be more garage doors being accepted. There will be garage door Twitch drops. Yeah. So, yeah. Not exactly looking like it's going to hold up very well. Then we have the eyesight door. You have a fairly decent amount of buy orders, nowhere near the $2.49 price though. I am concerned about sheet metal doors as investments. I am not confident in them, and people seem to have followed suit. So yeah, we suggested 70 cents to $1. Look at that, pretty much the exact same thing. All right, it is what it is. Now I would also show you the frog door, but it doesn't exist apparently, so that's awkward. But I'm pretty sure the frog door will be the exact same thing. So listen, if you truly wanted to pick up a bunch of these, $1.20. I will not be surprised in the slightest if you get a whole bunch of them. Maybe $1.50 if you're going to be extra safe, but yeah, you're gonna see this drop off a fair bit. Cool looking skin, and I would like to see some more being produced in the future. But how long will that be? How quick will they be accepted? Who knows? So sheet metal doors not exactly holding up very well. Yeah, so a bit awkward. But this is pretty much every rust store from here now until we get past the likes of October. Then we feel optimistic when we get closer to January. Yeah, post-Christmas. So dip and then back up again. And then dip during Easter and then the summer again. So yeah, up, down, you get the idea. Cool. Right, is there anything else I want to talk about before I disappear? Yeah, we were talking about Twitch drops earlier, and I just want to get this point across. We've been seeing quite a lot of Twitch drops being submitted quite recently. Yeah. And it really does look like something's cooking for the likes of August. So who's going to actually get a Twitch drop? We shall see. But, yeah. Something's coming. And are we going to see the likes of potentially a tool cupboard skin as a Twitch drop as well? So with great thanks to Protox for showing this on staging. Feel free to go ahead and look at their Twitter and their YouTube. They've shown this off as well. Not sure if that's still a work in progress, but I'm sure many of you are aware of Shockbyte, the hosting service. Seems they're getting a special skin. Now, is this like a promotional thing through their website, or is it a thank you by having it as a Twitch drop? Don't fully know yet. We'll keep an eye out, but something's definitely happening mid-August. So just to reiterate, make sure you go see Mr. Protox, and of course with their YouTube, they're always showing off staging content. Get a good look at that. Here we are. Ta-da! So yeah, cool. And you can see they have the video right there. New Shockbyte tool cupboard skin. Right. So give that a good watch. Listen to what they say. It's only 1 minute 30. Oh, imagine if Hedge did videos like that. Never. Right. So that's it. That's everything. Let's see what gets accepted tomorrow. What will it be? Well, keep an eye on the likes of TGG's top picks. Top 10 right there. Lovely batch of skins. Will any of them be accepted? Who knows? It's up to Face Punch. And of course, all the newer skins from the likes of the Rust Workshop skin checks. Plenty of interesting things, but who knows what it's going to be, because none of us know. None of us know. We could try, we could guess, but yeah. Are we going to cope? Probably. So yeah, consider looking at the likes of my Rust Workshop skin checks and getting the know of what potentially could be accepted in the future. All the collection continuations are chaptered, but do not forget, that's definitely going to be accepted either tomorrow or next week. The Bombshell SAP is a guarantee. And that's a wrap. So thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you had a lovely video, or enjoyed the video, or blah, 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 blah. Bye.